Know how hard it is getting that clunky, old-style wheelchair in and out of your car. Introducing the Feathershare Wheelchair. At 13 pounds, it's the world's lightest wheelchair. It folds in seconds and fits neatly in your trunk, backseat, or closet, so you can take it everywhere. And it's only available right here. Order yours today and get a free wheelchair case, a $50 value, yours free. The Featherchair, the world's lightest wheelchair, is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. That's 800-823-5826.
Wilfred Brimley for Loafing Dog.
I'm Wilfred Brimley for Loafing Dog. You know, when I get the hankering for a hot dog, I go to Cleveland, Texas. Just a couple blocks off the square, they got Loafing Dog. They got the Neely Dog, the Mary Sunshine Dog, the Casey Dog, and the Shirley Dog. Why, they even got the Pacer Dog, the Brooklyn Dog, and the Jim Dog. Can't forget the Shane Dog, or the Joy Dog, and the Monty Dog. I like that fool. The Nakia Dog and the Braxton Dog round things off. Why, they even got a kids menu too.
Loafing Dog, 208 East Chambers Street, Cleveland, Texas. Lunch, catering, or takeout, plus outdoor seating. Phone number is 817-556-1040.
This is Wilford Brimley. And don't forget, Loafing Dog won't give you diabetes.
Out of deck carpet giving you the blues? Tired of your old dingy and broken tile? Let my friends at the Floor Store in Cleveland, Texas give your home the makeover it deserves. This is Old Taco Joe coming to you for the Floor Store. Whether it's carpet, tile, wood flooring, or real wood laminate, the Floor Store can cover all of your flooring needs. Located at 405 West Henderson Street in Cleveland, Texas, owner Brent Harris can help. Shower tile, tub surrounds, even backsplashes. Give them a call today at 817-641-9444. The Floor Store, they got you covered.
If you're trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581.
When you're hungry for tender brisket or some delicious homemade cobbler, then look no further than Leech Brothers Barbecue, located at 1106 East Henderson, Cleveland, Texas. Leech Brothers has been family-owned and operated since 1950. Take it from me, Taco Joe Orwinski. Todd and his family have been filling my belly breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a long time. Heck, I even have my own booth, open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Come see them for dine-in, carry-out, and all your catering needs.
Joco Community Radio. Listen live at tunein.com.
Morning. Okay, there we go. All right. My mute button was still on. Apologize for that. Good morning. Good morning. How is everybody doing today? We are here live with Positivity Toolbox today with, of course, your favorite host, Diana Roberts. Hi, guys. We are going to be talking today about the book that I talk about, Atomic Habits. Atomic Habits was such a huge book for me. It really expressed and explained habits and what habits are and how I can take a bad or good, but we're going to go into that because there's not actually good or bad habits, believe it or not. Hey, we're going to break that down here in just a minute. But I just wanted to give you just like a breakthrough and overview of what we're going to be talking about today. So again, this is one of my favorite books. If you've already read it, awesome. So you're kind of already going to know, but this could be a refresher because let me tell you, I need this refresher. And I think that's why I've been talking about it. That's why it's been brought up and why I keep thinking about this book is because I needed myself, and I needed to have a overview review of this book so that I could start getting into some better habits. Because of course, some of you may or may not know, I am laid up right now. That's why I'm not in the studio. I fractured my foot in 3 places. I already had surgery. I have 2 screws and a plate in my ankle. Yay. So for 10 weeks, I'm going to be wearing a boot. And I had a great time this weekend. I had Tiffany and Nona with me. We did our Miss Texas event and it was great. Sorry, my cat is in. Get down. Go. The joys of being at home on radio. So anyway, so they were so helpful. They got to roll me around in the wheelchair. I think they had more fun than I did. But anyway, let's break down. Let's get to it. Let's get to it, guys, because I know we don't have too much time, and I really want to go over a lot of this because it is a lot, and it's actually probably going to be 2 shows that I'm going to be utilizing in order to give you guys all the information that I possibly can. But still, if you can, download the book on Audible. It is available on Audible. It's also available to purchase in any bookstore. Even Walmart has it. I've seen it at Walmart. So I'm not a big fan of Walmart, but if you like to shop Walmart, you go. Any other grocery stores? I don't know if they have it. So let's go over the first law. So he breaks it down in different laws. Okay. The first law is how can I establish a new routine? Because in order to break a habit, you need to have a new routine. You need to give it, and he calls it stackables. So, and we'll get to that too, but it's called habit stacking is what he calls it. So anyway, how can I establish a new routine? So there are many ways to build a new habit, but one of the first strategies he recognized is a technique he called habit stacking. There we go. This method was popularized by Professor B.J. Fogg, whom I've never heard of, but who calls it the tiny habit recipes. I love that. Tiny habit recipe. Isn't that so cute? And that's easy to remember, right? So then, and teaches it in his tiny habit program. And I actually want to look into this too. So I'll be looking into that eventually. So the key is to stack your new habit on top of your current habit. Makes it simple. So we like to make things a little bit more challenging, right? We overthink sometimes, and then that makes it a little bit more challenging. It makes it a lot harder for us to complete something or get something done sometimes, right? So this is going to break it down and make it so much easier for us not to have to make it harder. Don't have to overthink it. It's simple, right? So now this is your current behavior becomes the cue for your new behavior, right? I mean, this stuff is genius. This is why I wanted to talk about this on the show, because this really helped me, and I'm really hoping that it will help you guys too. And if you guys have any questions, make sure to, comment in the comment page. And also, you can also call in too. So, and that number is 817-637-2585. Sorry, I keep adjusting the animals keep moving my laptop. Hope I'm not making anybody dizzy. All right. So the habit stacking formula is after current habit, I will new habit. So you take all of your current habits that you're really they're not serving you. Okay. These are habits that are not serving you. Maybe you have a habit of, being on Facebook for hours and hours of time. Okay. You're sitting there and you've wasted 2 hours of your day scrolling through Facebook. Okay, so this is when you say, after Facebook, I will go clean the kitchen. Okay, so now you're putting something that you enjoy doing with something you don't really enjoy doing so much, but you know it's something that you needed to get done, right? We need to create those habits. We need to break the habits that are not serving us, because what we're doing is we're wasting time, right? So, and I say Facebook because that's a huge one. I see it a lot. I see people sitting in a restaurant with their family and they're on their phone, probably either scrolling on Facebook or checking their emails, or they're on Instagram, whatever social media platform sometimes can really distract us from what's right in front of us, from what is in the now, right? Or it can distract us, and hours later we're like, well, now it's too late. Now I don't want to do that. Now I don't want to get that done that I wanted to get done earlier. Now I don't want to go clean out the yard like I said I was going to, so I can mow tomorrow. Or what, however you've got your day, whatever, things that you've got mapped out for your day, now those are gone because you've just waited too long. You've used that distraction. You've had and created this bad habit of sitting there and not doing the things that you had on your list, your to-do list, right? So now that to-do list is now, well, I'll put it off for tomorrow. Then I'll put it off for the next day. And then I'll put it off for the next day. And now, and let me tell you, I'm not saying I'm not, I am a habit of this too. This is why I am now reviewing this. I am laid up. So there's a lot of things that right now I really can't do. But there are some things that I can do. And even the ones that I can't do, I can find ways, and I've gotten creative and found ways to be able to do them. Like, let me tell you, Tiffany and Nona, they were getting on to me. They're like, Diana, we'll help you. We're here to help you. I'm so independent. Sometimes I want to do things on my own. And that's okay sometimes in like certain situations. Like if you're in my situation, sometimes, you have to ask for help, and that's okay too. But anyway, let's get back to habits. Now, how do I know if a habit is good or bad? This is my favorite. I love this. I absolutely love this. Okay. Technically speaking, habits are not good or bad. What? I thought they were good or bad. How are they not good? It might be better to call them effective or ineffective. Love this. I absolutely love this. Okay. So effective or ineffective. So me sitting here scrolling through my Facebook for 2 hours, is this effective or ineffective? Those are the kinds of questions that you need to start asking about each one of the habits that you have formed and created that may be causing you to be distracted from the now, from what you need to be doing now, or the things that you wanted to do right now that you continue to put off. And now you're in a position where, I've got more to do tomorrow. Dang it. Why do I keep doing this to myself? It's called insanity. It's called living in insanity, doing the same thing and expecting different results. Okay. You're not going to get different results if you're still sitting there scrolling Facebook for 2 hours. Am I right? Yes, I am. All right. Not that I like being right all the time. I really don't. Because I'm technically, I have my days where I'm right and I have my days where I'm wrong. So yeah. Okay. So if a habit effectively, listen to this is key, okay? If a habit effectively solves the problem you're facing, then you'll have a reason to repeat it. What? Wait, let's read that again. If a habit effectively solves the problem you're facing, then you'll have a reason to repeat it. Isn't that perfect? So say you have been wanting to go to the gym, okay? But you like sleeping in. You don't really necessarily like sleeping in, but you've created that habit of you have this sleeping in pattern where you continually sleep in. You keep hitting snooze. That's a habit. And that's an ineffective habit, right? Because the more you keep hitting the snooze button, the longer you're going to stay in bed and the longer you're going to put off or not have the time to go to the gym. If that's a habit you were wanting to create, an effective habit that you wanted to create, right? So there you go. I mean, quit hitting the snooze button. But again, how do we do that? After the alarm goes off, I will get up and put my tennis shoes and get dressed for the gym. The clothes that I've laid out next to my bed on top of my phone that has the snooze available, I will put those on and go to the gym. So there you go, right? Now you've created the habit stacking formula with figuring out the effective and the ineffective of being able to get your butt out of bed and go to the gym. If that's what you are wanting to accomplish, now here is the tool to do it, right? It's great. It's great. Now, let's continue. All right. All habits serve you in some way, even the bad ones, which is why you do them. So they serve you in a way. So scrolling on Facebook for hours, it's maybe calming you. Maybe it's taking away some of that anxiety that you had of things that the long list of things that you've given yourself that you want to accomplish, but you're in your mind thinking, well, all this anxiety, I just need to sit here and keep scrolling to get rid of some of that anxiety. Now, there are other ways of doing that, and we talked about that in the last show. So here we go. Biting your nails might ease your stress or anxiety or Facebook, for example, right? So there we go. There's another one, biting your nails. You may think that is an ineffective, habit, but it's effectively helping you because it's serving you at that time to help release some stress and anxiety. Okay. So I'm sorry, I'm going to shift that again. Okay, there we go. However, people still use the terms good habit and bad habit all the time. And I think there is a simple way to distinguish between the two. Okay. Whether a habit is good or bad usually depends on the long-term benefits or consequences of the behavior. Generally speaking, good habits will have net positive outcomes in the long run. Bad habits have net negative outcomes. So there you go. There's another way to be able to extinguish if it is effective or ineffective, right? So smoking a cigarette may reduce stress right now. That's how it's serving you, right? But it's not healthy long-term behavior. It's not a long-term healthy behavior, right? I mean, the longer you smoke, the more unhealthy your lungs are. So that's how we can determine whether that's an effective or ineffective. All right. Now, this book also, let me tell you, if you've been wanting to quit smoking, this book, I feel, will help you. I quit smoking before I started reading this book or listening to this book on Audible. Let me be honest. I love Audible. However, if I had read this book, I really feel genuinely it would have helped me quit because it gives you the tools. It gives you these this different mindset, these different steps and tasks that you can do to replace those ineffective habits. So here we go. Let's go further. All right, now how can I recognize and avoid the triggers that lead to bad habits? Okay, so how can I recognize and avoid the triggers that lead to bad habits? Now, this is going to help us break down what we just spoke about, right? How can we figure out the triggers, like the anxiety, for instance, if you were a nail biter or if you were scrolling on Facebook because you had anxiety? Now, here we go. One of the most particular ways to eliminate a bad habit, an ineffective habit, is to reduce exposure to the cue that causes it. Okay. All right. Let's figure out what's an example of that. If you seem to be easily distracted by your phone and can't get any work done, then turning off notifications or even leaving your phone in another room. Haha, huge. Did you hear that? Leaving your phone in another room. You can do that. It's okay. It does not have to be attached to you. It is not glued to your body. It is not sewn on. It has not been surgically embedded onto you. So here you go. You can leave your phone in another room. All right, let's keep going. All right, I love this. For a few hours can provide an immediate productivity boost. And that's what we need, right? A lot of times we need that productivity boost. We're missing that. We're lacking in having that because again, what do we have? Distractions. We have so many distractions right now, I feel, in life that are preventing us and keeping us from being able to have that productivity boost that we all need in order to keep going and moving forward. All right, right? Okay, we are loving this. Are you loving this? I'm loving this. So good. Such good information. All right, so here we go. When the cues that causes distraction and ineffective behavior are eliminated, bad habits often fade away. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, it is that simple. It is that simple. And let me tell you, I'm talking to myself right now because there are some few ineffective habits that I have continued to produce in my life. Like there are times where I really should be fixing up, some of my marketing stuff for my business and doing things that would really help me throughout my day. But then it comes 4:00 and I got so distracted by social media, or I got distracted with taking pictures and selfies on Snapchat. I mean, I'm just as guilty, people, but here we go. Here we go. Let's do this together. Let's really figure it out and let's really get that positivity in our lives and get this behavior that we have in these ineffective habits that we have created and stop living in insanity and really break all of these things that have distracted us from being able to live our best life and being able to have the productivity boost that we need daily, right? And we have all of these tools and all of these things that are available to us. That's why we're breaking it out. That's why we're today opening up that positivity toolbox and we are really making it happen. This is the time and the day and the period in our lives where we need to shift and really produce the things that can serve us well and help us to live our best life, right? That's what we're here for. That's what we are here for. That's why you are listening today, whether it's right now or later today, but that's why you're listening. Okay, so here we go. Of course, before you can eliminate the cues that prompt your bad habits, you have to recognize them. So you have to know what they are, right? You have to know that you're scrolling 2-3 hours on Facebook, losing time throughout the day to really be productive and really start checking off those to go to do boxes, right? Okay. One way to do this is to carry a 3x5 note card in your pocket or create a note on your phone. So a lot of us, we use our phones these days. Phone. Oh my gosh, this phone. Sometimes I feel like I need a disconnect from my phone. And I feel like if you're feeling that way too, I'm gonna have a show about this too. We're gonna have a show of just strictly about phones because I feel like it is needed. Because again, like I said, everywhere I go, I see people just on their phones. They don't even put their phones down. They have somebody sitting there in front of them talking to them and they're looking at their phone. How is that serving the person across from you? Okay, anyway, we're going to have a show about that. That's next. But carrying a 3x5 note card, if you like to write things down, which I know there are some of you, I like to write things down still, but I think I would probably use my phone and put a note in my phone. Whenever you find yourself repeating a bad habit or ineffective habit, let's put ineffective there, write down the following 5 things. Okay, here you go. You ready? Here's the 5 things. Number 1, who am I with? What am I doing right now? Where am I? When is it? What emotions are driving my actions? Okay, I'm going to repeat those again so you can write them down. And then I might even put them in the notes a little bit later. Okay, so who am I with? What am I doing right now? Where am I? When is it? And what emotions are driving my actions? Okay, awesome. Did you guys get those? I hope so. If you do this for a week or 2, you'll often notice some patterns that seem to precede your habits. Blah, blah, blah. If you do this for a week or two, you'll often notice some patterns that seem to precede your habit. Okay. Are you usually in the same place or around the same people? Huge, right? Dun, dun, dun. All right. Does it happen at the same time of day? Or do you tend to feel a certain way before you do the habit? Hello. Once you have a good idea of what triggers your habit behavior, you can search for ways to eliminate or avoid the cue that causes it. Big, I mean huge, right? I mean, this is so simple. This practice is an inversion of the first law of behavior change. Rather than make it obvious, you can make it invisible. I mean, seriously, this is great. I'm often surprised by how often effective, simple changes like these can be. I mean, like I said, it's so simple. Remove a single cue, and the entire habit often fades away. You remove it, and it fades away. It's like what I'm saying when we breathe in, when we inhale and we exhale, and we say let go. We're letting it go. Like it's really that simple. It's that simple. But again, we think and we overthink things sometimes. Right? And we're in our head so much sometimes, or we're so distracted. So again, this is just to benefit us and to help us live and be our best self and live our best life. All right, next. Let's go to the next one. How much time do we have? All right, we still got time. All right, how can I create an environment conductive to good habits? So this is also huge, right? And that goes back to what they were saying, what he was saying, to find out where you are. Those were one of the 5 questions, remember, to remove that cue. All right. Physical environment is one of the most overlooked drivers of habits and behavior change. It's overlooked because we don't think about where we are. So if you're sitting on the couch, right, scrolling on your social media or doing something else, watching TV for hours, that to-do list is still sitting there getting longer, right? So that is where you would maybe change your where you're at, right? Right. All right. Physical environment. Oh, wait. I already went that. For example, if I walk into the kitchen and I see a plate of cookies, I'll eat 1 or 10. Okay. Even if I'm not hungry. That's huge, right? That happens. We often want things simply because we are presented with them. Drive down any major road. It is not no surprise we eat so much fast food when we are surrounded by it. It's hard to resist the pull of what engulfs us. I mean, how true is that, right? So you may not even be hungry, but you're driving down and it's almost lunchtime, not quite lunchtime, and you still have time to make it home, or you still have time to make it to the office with your meal plan that you left in the refrigerator, but you had to go run to the bank for work or whatnot. And we're driving down the road and there's Taco Bell. There's McDonald's. I won't eat McDonald's, by the way, but there's all these fast food places and it's just, oh, well, that's quick. And I really want that because you're seeing it. Now you're craving it, right? All right, let's see how we can help this. Let's see what he says. Thankfully, you don't have to be the victim of your environment. Now that's huge. I love victim. We never have to be a victim. If we take victim out of our vocabulary and take it out of the equation, you don't have to live as a victim in anything. Anyway, let's keep going. You can also be the architect of it. Ooh, okay. Want to practice guitar more frequently? Play your guitar. Stand in the middle of your living room and start playing. Want to read more? Put a book on top of your pillow when you make your bed each morning. Read a few pages when you go to bed at night. There you go. I love that one. If You want to make a habit a big part of your life. Make the cue a big part of your environment. Okay, so by sparkling triggers throughout your surroundings, you increase the odds that you'll think about your habit throughout the day. Making a better decision is easier than the cues for good habits are right in front of you. There you go. So you're replacing it. You're replacing that environment. So if you're sitting on the couch, if you're always wanting to go to the couch and sit on the couch, put your to-do list on the couch where you sit. And okay, let me finish this check. Let me check these off, and then I'll go do what I need to do. How huge is that, right? Huge. All right, I think we're going to break, everybody. We will be right back.
At Romika Designs, we're more than just a laser engraving and specialty design company. Much more. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs, and if you can dream it, we can probably make it. We can custom laser cut and engrave on nearly all material. Great for one-of-a-kind gifts, home decor, business and specialty items, or personalized and logoed designs created just for you or your company. Allow us to become your go-to gift and specialty project partner. Romika Designs can help make your ideas a reality. We're ready to help you design and create that special gift for any occasion or engrave your personal or business logo on just about any product. View our designs at romikadesigns.com or simply email us with your ideas. We specialize in custom design and would be honored to have the opportunity to discuss it with you. Call us at 817-400-4040, email info@romikadesigns.com, or visit us on the web at romikadesigns.com.
Hey, there's something you forgot to do. It sure is hot. Are you sweating like a dog? Wait, what? Dogs don't sweat. Oh no, you forgot to get your window tinted. Whether it's the kitchen window that sits in the sun for the hottest part of the day, or you just got new wheels, call Sharp Window Tinting in Burleson. 817-615-9379, or look them up on the web, sharpwindowtint.com.
Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395, 800-709-4395, 800-709-4395, 800-709-4395.
You're listening to JoCo Community Radio.
All right, JoCo Community Radio is proud to be the voice of Johnson County, Texas, and is live 365 on the TuneIn Radio Network. To listen or watch, simply go to tuneinjoco.com to choose where and how. The JoCo Community Radio app is now available for free on Android and Apple devices. Simply search your store, check out your lineup, and more on jococommunityradio.com. This episode and more brought to you by Patriot Claims, making your insurance work for you. Reach out to your Texas sales rep, Nona Reed, at 844-839-4245. All right. Hello, everybody. I am back. We're going to break it down some more. We're going to get right back to it. Maybe, hold on. I think my husband needs to tell me something. Oh, yeah, that sounds good. Okay. Oh, no, I'm sorry. All right. Now my dogs are... It's always when you can start getting back on your show. See, this is why being in the studio is so much better, but it works. It still works, guys. I got you guys. All right. So again, we were talking about how can I create an environment conductive to good habits. Okay. So here we go. I love it. All right. So cannot get better than live radio. Yeah, that's right. Cannot get better than live radio. You always have something, but that's okay. We just wing it, right? We go with it. We go with the flow. All right. So fully, oh wait, we already read, okay, I already got into that part. So here we are. So if we want to make a habit a big part of your life, make the cue a big part of your environment, right? That's where we left off. So by sparkling triggers throughout your surroundings, you can increase the odds that you'll think about your habit throughout the day. Okay, that's huge too, right? Because the more we think about that habit, the more we want to put it into existence. Like we're basically, manifesting it because we're thinking about it. We're creating it in our mind to change it, to make it now something that happens all the time. Leia, that's my Leia. She likes to talk. She's a talker. Hey, I said no, ma'am. Hey, Leia, come here. All right, so making a better decision is easier than the cues for good habits are right in front of you. Did you guys hear that? Making better decisions is easier when the cues for good habits are right in front of you. And those are effective habits. So your effective habits, when they're right in front of you, that's how you can create it and make it easier to accomplish them. Dun, dun, dun. I love it. I love it. So easy. So easy. All right. Don't rely on willpower and self-control. Now, this is to me is huge. Do not rely on willpower or self-control. I thought that's what we were supposed to rely on. No. The way he puts this is huge. Hold on. Stay with me, folks. Stay with me. It is a lot easier to stick to better habits when you are surrounded by better choices. Make the cues of your good habits obvious. Make them obvious. But I love this. Don't rely on willpower and self-control. So start actually being active and proactive in order to put that in front of you. It needs to be visual. We are visual beings. We are. We see things like we were saying before. When you're driving down the strip and there's all these fast food places, we're visual, right? Now we see it. Now we want it, right? So here you go. Now you're seeing your effective habit and now you want to do it and accomplish it. And you're going to feel so much better after you do it too. How much better do we feel when we set something in place that we want to accomplish and we accomplish it? I mean, how amazing do we feel after we get it done? That's huge. Absolutely huge. All right, so now we're down to the next one. It is true you can never really break an ineffective habit. You can never really break an ineffective habit. So, sort of. Okay? You can break a habit, but you're unlikely to forget it. You're unlikely to forget it. It's always going to be there. Like that social media is always there. So how can you forget it? Because it's still something that you enjoy doing, right? You're just now breaking maybe the amount of time you're putting into it. Okay? You're making more time for the things that you really want to get accomplished and get done. All right. Once the mental grooves of a habit have been carved into your brain, they are nearly impossible to remove entirely, even if they go unused for quite a while. So even if you say you, oh goodness, what is it called when you're not doing anything for a while? I can't remember what it's called. If you're on here and you can, if you know what I'm talking about, please put it on there because I'm having a brain fart here. But when you give yourself so many days that you're not going to do something, you say for 7 days, I'm not touching this. For 7 days, I'm not going into this. For 7 days, I'm turning it off. Complacent. I love that. Yes, we do get very complacent, which is terrible. We don't want to be complacent. That's when ineffective habits really take over your life. So I love that. Thank you for bringing that up, Brandon. Thank you for listening too. All right. So this is not because it is impossible to remove an ineffective habit from your mind. Technically, you can recondition the brain and eliminate the old behavior, effectively breaking an ineffective habit. For example, imagine if you received a painful electric shock the next 10,000 times you tried to eat a donut. I wish that would come up sometimes. Right? Shock. No, you don't want that. It would no longer be satisfying. In inversion of the fourth law. So like, right, remembering going back to the fourth law. And you would have no reason to repeat the action in the future. Right? But in practice, it is harder permanently to delete an ineffective habit from your brain. Your best option is to use the 4 laws of behavior change to make your unwanted habits invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying. I mean, that's huge, right? So what do we need to do? We need to make sure our ineffective habits are now invisible. We've taken them out. We've replaced that with, again, your to-do list is on the couch now, right on your spot where you typically sit, or your recliner. And so now you need to do that checklist, right? We've made the other habit invisible by replacing it with something else visually. Now we've made it unattractive. We've made it unattractive by understanding that it was continuing to distract us from the things that we really wanted to do, right? And then we make it difficult. Now we've made it difficult by putting that visual in place of it, right? And then we've made it unsatisfying because it didn't serve us. And now we have something that we're doing that serves us. Does that make sense? Are you guys catching on what I'm putting down? All right. So how can I develop self-control? This one is huge. I feel like we all need self-control. And again, that goes along with what Brandon was saying, complacent. Being complacent is what distracts that self-control that we have, right? It completely distracts it and takes it away. So self-control is a short-term strategy, not a long-term one. So did you hear that? It's not long-term. It's short-term. You may be able to resist temptation once or twice. Oh, don't I know it? Is this hitting home? It's hitting home, guys. Okay, but it's unlikely you can muster the willpower to override your desires every time. Boom. Instead of summoning a new dose of willpower whenever you want to do the right thing, your energy would be better spent optimizing your environment. That's why he was saying willpower and self-control are not really going to be what's effective here. This is what's going to be effective. Changing your environment. Changing your environment. Putting that book on your pillow. Putting your workout clothes and your shoes on your nightstand on top of your phone so that in the morning, you're going to get up and you're going to put those on and you're going to the gym. Okay? Do you see what I'm talking about? Changing your environment? It's so huge. So huge. And it can make a huge difference. Trust me. And again, if you have not listened or read Atomic Habits, really you need to. This is all from Atomic Habits. Again, I apologize for my dogs. My husband's probably back home. All right, the second law. What if a habit gets boring? Wow. Okay. How can I stick with it? So, boring. You may think reading a book is boring. However, a book is so important. It's so important. Okay, hey, stop it. A book is so important because what the book does is you're learning something. You're understanding something maybe new. You're having those brains. Your brain is the neurons are going and everything's going, and you're helping with your memorization. You're helping with your overall self. We need to learn something every day. We need to learn something new every day, right? Because that's living. That's living. So, hello. All right, let's see what he has to say about this instead of just me. All right, there are many ways to stick with a new habit, and I cover the most important ones throughout the book. I'll offer one of them here. Okay, this is what he offers to you. Temptation Bundling. Temptation bundling. Ooh. All right. Temptation bundling is one way to apply a physical theory or a psychological theory known as uh, Pramax Principle. I've never heard of that before. See, this I'm learning something new myself. Named after the work of Professor David Pramack. Oh, okay. The principle states that more probable behaviors will reinforce less probable behaviors. Okay, let's read that again. Okay, so more probable behaviors will reinforce less probable behaviors. I love this. I love this. Are y'all loving this? All right. In other words, if you can find something you already want to do and connect it with the habit that you need to do, remember, it's not something that's attractive to you. You don't really want to do it, right? You'll be more likely to complete the habit. Wow. Wow. I mean, mic drop, right? All right. To put it in another way, you're more likely to find a behavior attractive if you get to do one of your favorite things at the same time. Okay. All right. So how do we do this? Perhaps you want to hear about the latest celebrity gossip, but you need to get in shape. Okay. Using temptation bundling, you could only read the tabloids and watch reality shows at the gym. Okay, there we go. Like now it's breaking it down. It's helping me understand this more. I hope it's helping you too. This simple rule allows you to bundle your temptation to read tabloids with your habit of going to the gym. And you're more likely to do what you need to do if it means you get to do something you really want to do along the way. All right, I love this. All right, so he says for more ideas, you got to read his book. You got to listen to his book. He gives you a lot of examples, and the examples are very helpful. Also, he gives you even these worksheets and these printouts, if you go to his website, that are also helpful to keep you on track and to help you and to work with you continuously, even after reading and listening to his book. I love that too. So, James Clear, thank you so much for providing all of this to us. Thank you. We appreciate you. Maybe I can get him on my show. I'm going to work on that. All right. How can I stay motivated when my habits go against the grain of my social environment? All right. This is huge too, right? We all have a social environment. I know for me, my social environment, it definitely can be a huge distraction from my effective habits that I need to be doing. All right, here we go. As a cover in chapter 9, social norms are a powerful driver of our everyday behavior. If you find yourself in a social situation where your desired habits go against the grain of the group, then it will be hard to stick with it because doing so seems unattractive. The best option is to join a culture where your desired behavior is the normal behavior and you're already having something in common with the group. Okay, that's huge. I really like that. That's a great idea. When that is not possible, you'll need to leverage the remaining 3 laws of the behavior change. If you can manage to make a habit obvious, easy, and satisfying, then it's possible you'll be able to stick with it, even if it runs against the social norm. I mean, seriously. If you guys have not gotten excited just based off of these simple notes that have been provided for me to be able to go over with you guys today about this book, and got excited about this book and get excited about changing those habits, those ineffective habits, right? Remember, there's no bad or good habit. There's an effective and there's an ineffective habit. So how can we figure out what those effective and ineffective habits are? Again, what he was saying was how does it serve you? How is that habit serving you? If that habit is distracting you from things that you need to get done that day, if that habit is distracting you from life, if that habit is distracting you from your family, your friends, people that, your coworkers, if you're slacking in your job, in your work because of these distractions, those were just some tools to pull out of your toolbox to help you and get you through the day without having those ineffective habits distract you and prevent you from doing and living your best life, right? So I really encourage you to, if you have Audible, you can download it on there. The books on Audible, believe you me, they are not that expensive. And if you actually sign up with Audible, you get a credit every month to add a new book to your Audible. So you're welcome, Audible. I'm also now promoting Audible on here. However, I love it. I do it in the car. I can listen to it while I'm sitting, while I'm laid up right now. I can listen to it and take notes. These are some things that you can do throughout your day that are going to be more beneficial than the things that have been distracting you and preventing you from learning something new that day, from having that productivity boost that you need throughout the day, right? Let's be productive. Time is there, okay? But it doesn't have to be so stressful. I know we get so stressed out about time, right? We're like, oh my gosh, there's not enough time in the day to do all these things. But have you managed your time well? Have you allowed those ineffective habits to take some of that time away from you, right? Have you allowed that social media post that popped up on your phone for your notification, and you pulled it up and now you're on your social media for an hour or two? Have you allowed that to take away your productivity for the day? That now has taken away a lot of that time that you could have been utilizing to manage your time better. This is why this book is so crucial and important to me. But it's also important because say you are you are addicted to cigarettes. Say you smoke entirely too much and that's been taking away from your time. This book is going to give you things that can help you take away that ineffective habit, but guess what? Smoking cigarettes is a habit. It is an ineffective habit and it's unhealthy. And it can kill you. So learning how to and using these tools that have been provided by this very intelligent, I mean, thank you, James Clear. You are amazing. The fact that he had learned this and he wrote this book to help others is huge. That's why we're here. We are here on this earth to love unconditionally, to help others, and to live our best life. And guess what? There are so many evil distractions that whatever religion that you believe in, Satan, the just whatever religion, I don't know, I can't think of the other ones that that they would be called, that create this evilness that has come into play, that it takes us away and like not allows us to live our best life, keeps us complacent, keeps us, in our comfort zone, and not allows us to be this enlightened, beautiful light of amazing energy that creates only the amazing ability of having the positivity boost, having the tools and using those tools to live your best life. Now we fall short, we do, and that's okay. We can pick ourselves right back up and get right back on that horse, right? You do not have to stay down long, because when you fall off your bike, do you lay there forever? No, you get up and you get back on your bike. When you fall off the horse, do you lay there forever? Hopefully not. You get up and you get back on the horse. Okay? When you fall off of a motorcycle, you get back up, you get back on that bike. And I say that because I can't get on the bike right now, but that's only because of my circumstances. But my husband can. He was fine. And he's been getting back on the bike. Ladies and gentlemen, we do not have to stay stagnant. We can live. We can live a positive, healthy, amazing life. And the tools are there. The people that are writing these books that we can either listen or read are there. They're there for us to read, to listen to listening to this radio show. You guys learned these things for myself, for me, and I'm here to share them with you so that you can live your best life, so that you can be incredible, so that you have a positivity lifestyle and mindset, and so that you have more productivity throughout your day, so that you can manage your time better, so that you can break the ineffective habits that are causing you to stay complacent and stagnant. And Brandon, I love that you put that out there, because honestly, that is really the best way of listening to that and understanding that, should I say, right? So here we are. Here's the day. Here's today. What are we going to do today? What are we going to do for the rest of the week? Here's your tools to help you and to guide you throughout the week to be more productive, to take away those ineffective habits, to allow the effective habits to take over and take place of the ineffective habits. Now, how are we going to do that again? We're going to be aware of our environment. We're going to place ourselves with the group of people and put ourselves in a behavior that allows us to have more productivity throughout the day, right? We're going to place those visuals that we need in place of the ineffective environment so that we can now be effective throughout the day. We're going to read or listen to Atomic Habits and really understand it better. And I'm going to go over more. We're going to go over the third law, go over the fourth law, and then we're going to break it down. I'm going to provide you guys with the website that you can go to where you can actually put down and print off these worksheets that he has for you that will be helping you, right? So, for instance, remember how we're going to break one of them. We're going to put after, we're going to put after after I wake up, I will have my gym clothes on my nightstand, and I will be going to the gym this morning. So we're going to be going over more of this. I only have a few more minutes left of the show today. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I know you did, because I enjoyed it. It helped me. It's going to create some positivity in my life, and it's going to help me it's going to help me today with my effective habits. I'm going to do my effective habits today, and I hope you do too. Also, we're going to be going over more of this next show, and I love you guys, and I hope you have a great week, and I hope this helps you throughout your week to manage your time and to get rid of those ineffective habits. I love you. I'll see you next show. Live your best life. Live happy, joyful, peaceful, and live in your best mindset. You guys can do this. You guys can do this. You guys have this. I know you do. I know you can live your best life. Do not live in insanity, and do not allow your ineffective habits to take over your life. Let's seize the day and make today our best day ever. Let's love one another and treat one another with unconditional love. And let's do our meditations. Don't forget to meditate. Don't forget to breathe. And don't forget to love your life and love yourself. Because what happens first? We got to love ourselves in order to love others. So let's love ourselves. Let's seize the day. Let's make today great, amazing, beautiful. And look at all the beautiful things around you, because I'm going to tell you what, the trees, the sun's shining today after a rainy day last night. We got this. All right. Bye, guys. I love you guys. Seize the day.
From Burleson to Venus and Grandview to Godley, this is the voice of Johnson County, Joco Community Radio.